Well, it's another week and we're back in the shop. And let me tell you this, y'all are behind. Not your fault, it's my fault, but we're back. We got a lot done, like a lot. As y'all know, this car is going on power tour and there's a lot to be done. And I really wanted to get ahead and just get to a point where I can just start chopping away at this car. I need to get the major bits of this done. So, check this out. It looks like a car. We got a roof skin on it. We got this front piece welded in. We also got the firewall. And most of the stuff just self-tapered into place to make sure we're in a good spot and we can work with it. We got a driver door on it. As you can see, it's blue. The red door that we had, it was giving a lot of issues. So I pulled this one off the Alaska car and it works. We even got the inner jams in with latches. Look. Look at that. We do have a little bit of a wide gap, but it's fine. We're not doing a concourse. So one of the issues we ran into with this car is this rocker had a huge dent right here, and it was shoved up, and it actually like tweaked that rocker down, and I was having a lot of issues. So what I did, I came in and did what a lot of people probably wouldn't do. I cut it here, both sides, cut that off, and then I split it here, and then I worked everything into place, got everything fixed and flattened back out, and then I welded it back up. And as you can see, it's good. We got the quarter panel looking good. We don't have the inner bracing in it right now. Not a big deal. This panel to the quarter panel, I did cut it off. It's fine. I'll just weld it right there. We're not even going to body fill this thing. We're probably just going to weld it out. The roof fitment is okay. It's not exactly perfect, but something we can work with. More likely, I'm probably going to have to split it there and move this inward so the glass will actually go in like it's supposed to, but we'll see. We got the trunk lid sitting on it. The gaps are manageable. They're not too bad. We got the tail panel on it. Looking pretty good. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're making some good progress around here. This door, I'm not mad at it. So, another thing I did, I don't know if y'all remember, this is the front end from the car that I got from my parents' house. I went ahead and I fixed all the rust in here. I fixed all the rust there. Go to the other side. I fixed all this rust here, and I fixed all the rust in here for the column, run the ignition key, all that stuff. So we're good to go with this and that. I mean, we're good. We are good to go. Another thing I'm gonna do, once we get these doors and stuff pulled back off, I'm gonna cut these bottoms off, replace that bottom piece. So I went ahead and I started putting bracing and everything back in the car, and I'm gonna do another cross brace here and one over there in the front, and then we'll start pulling these panels all back off. And then I can build this inner brace piece, rebuild this piece, and start attacking little pieces. Once I got the firewall pulled off, I realized the tray underneath was completely shot. So I went ahead and I bought a new one. It came as an assembly. So I had no plans of changing this, but I got a new one. And I'm here, it's got rust here, got rust here, here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and start cutting all this stuff off and just get it replaced. It is what it is. I'm not gonna fight it. So now that y'all are all caught up and everybody's on the same page, we'll just get to work. Get to work, work. Okay, we got everything off and cleaned up. Yeah, this needs addressing, so we'll come back to this and pretend like we didn't see it. So I'm gonna go grab the inner cowl piece and see if she fits. I hope she fits. Well, I'll be dipped. That actually like, oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, that fits pretty dang good, I ain't gonna lie. Alrighty, now we take this feller, lay it on the top. See what we got. Nice. Why is that like way too high? Oh, like that needs to be like clamped and pushed. Like, okay. Okay. So how do I move that lower piece better? It's like that needs to come forward? Or is it bowed in the middle? Let's just say I don't know what's going on here. I feel like something's off. Oh, look at that overlap joint there. That looks phenomenal. I might have to do a little welding there. Oh, there we go, there we go, there it is. There it is, okay, okay. I just had to put a little effort into it. Okay. We added some more bracing. I welded the floor back in it. I had to, when I did all this stuff over here, I had to cut the floor. I got a cross brace, so now what we're gonna do, we're going to pull this roof skin off and see what it does. I'm curious if it's gonna wanna bow, because whenever I would put it on, it was kicked this way, and then I had to finagle everything. And it seems to be sitting like it should. It does seem a tad bit long, but I was reading that a few people had that issue, so they just went in and they ground it out for the seal. It's easier for the seal, and I did notice the same thing on this panel. You can see where it's skinnier there and thicker there, so I'll just get a tiger pawl, knock that lip down. We should be good there. So like I said, now let's pull this roof skin off. Let's see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't act crazy, because if it does, then I didn't do any of this right. Go ahead and start right here. Popping up's okay, it's not a big deal. Promising, okay? Yep. As long as, I mean, that means she's sitting pretty good, I'm just saying. Dude, yes. Golly, y'all don't know how good of a feeling that is to have that sit down like that after all the fighting and struggling I have gone through to get it even remotely this close to working. What a relief. Man, that makes me feel good. I fought this thing so much off camera, I don't even want to talk about it, okay? Okay? Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Let's just drop it, bend it. Oh, it's a target top. So now we build from here to here. Man, this is a mess. All right, so this is the piece we got to remake. We'll cut into all this and retie it in. But looking at it, it looks like it curves like this and then it rolls in. I don't know if that's right. It like does that, where it's like. But I mean, it's got to be right. So we'll just keep an eye on that. So what I'm gonna do to kind of simplify this a little bit, the very first piece we're making is this piece right here. We'll make this piece, then we'll bend this piece in the metal brake, and then we will put it in the stretcher, and then we'll get a little, well actually I can probably put it in the shrinker there. Yeah, I might have to put it in the shrinker. We'll put it in the shrinker, get this piece made, weld it in, and then we'll take this piece over the top, put that in the brake, put it on here, fold this piece down. I don't think this piece is gonna be bad to make. And then this back piece, flat piece, and then we can get, I have a flanger or the bead roller, and we can bead roll this bottom lip piece in there. So I'm not too crazy concerned about this. I wanna make sure we get all this angling right. But the good thing is, we're not doing a concourse restoration here. We can make this however we feel like we need to make it. But we're gonna make this side, do everything, and then we will mirror it to the other side. Pretty simple, if you ask me. So, that's the next plan of attack. The cowl panel is on. It looks pretty good. It fit really, really well. Like this fit, probably out of everything, this has fit the best. The firewall actually fit pretty good too. So really no complaints. Quarter panel, it fit good enough. There's a little fine tuning I gotta do. Floor pans, they fought me a little bit, especially over there by that wheel tub. And then in the back, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that bad. So this is actually a lot of work, but it's not extremely, extremely hard. But if you don't have the right tools, it will be extremely, extremely hard. It's fine. But like I said, that's gonna be our next plan of attack, is build these pieces. But for now, I'm going inside and I'm going to bed. Okay? Alright, so we're back in the shop and Pablo's back. We got our cameraman, we got our helper. He's back, alright? So, we went ahead and made this side. Everything fits pretty good. I did it as like a trial run to make sure I could build it, because I never built anything like that before, so I got it. Now, I'm gonna make the other side. I know a little bit of what I should and shouldn't do. It's a good thing about practice. But I don't know where the original piece went. Oh, it's right here. So this was what was in there, and that's what we made. So this looks way better. As you can see, this isn't the straightest line, and neither is this, but it'll work for what it needs to do. So we'll get that. And like I've said before, we're not restoring this car. We're just putting it back on the road. So we're not doing everything to like a concourse, what they would do type thing. What I'm gonna do back here, I'm just gonna weld this together. I'm gonna weld this seam out, weld this seam, weld this here, and then I'm gonna spot weld some of this, and then I'm gonna fully weld that in right there as well, and then the same thing on the back. because this is just spot welded in from the factory. So it's nothing crazy. And then you have the drip molding. It all goes on, it all fits really well. So, drip rail goes on. This is also spot welded. So everything there fits like it should. This snaps into the quarter panel. That's all seam welded or seam sealed. And then when the roof is on, you take that right here, this section right here, it sits down the drip rail and you weld it along here, and then it's seam sealed as well. So, seam sealed, seam sealer. Why does that not sound right? But anyways, it all fits. This needs to be trimmed back a little bit. They make these a little long to make some adjustments. This is all good. So we're calling this side good. I just gotta weld this out. Perfect. We'll ignore that. Over here, all I'm gonna do is the templates I made for that side, where they were like that, I'm just gonna flip them over to this side. So that's all we're gonna do. I learned on that side, I built it all first and then tried putting it up there. It would have worked, but you can tell it needed a little tweaking. So this side, we're gonna build it to the car, on the car, right place. And we'll see if that works any better for us. I went ahead, I replaced this piece on the inside. Whenever we pull the quarter panel off in a minute, I replaced this back piece right here. Got this piece all in here, everything's good. We just gotta build this bottom tray piece, cut this out, because we're gonna actually just flat plate that, and this piece is gonna be solid. We're not gonna do actual extractor vents like factory. And then if we have time before we leave for power tour, we're gonna do the same thing on that side. If not, it's gonna stay just like that. So we're gonna get started on this. We're gonna start cutting some sheet metal, cut some templates, start building this. We got all 4 pieces cut. We're gonna put them in the brake. This bottom one needs to be broke at a 90. This one, I wanna say I only broke that other side at maybe like 25-ish degrees, something like that. I don't know. So we're gonna go put these in the brake. Break this one at 90, break this one a little bit, and start shrinking and stretching. Everybody always asks, how do I know if it's at a 90 or not? I don't. I just guess. Alright, now we start building. We're gonna use this. Obviously it's gonna be backwards, but we're gonna use this to mimic the contour we need. Right? That's how it works. As you can see, that's how much it needs. So, I'm gonna take the shrinker and I'm gonna shrink this edge, which you gotta be careful because a little bit is a lot. See, a little bit is a lot. But the good thing is, this is kind of easy to take it back out because it's not a real big, hard lip. So, that matches pretty. Yeah. Down here. Oh, no, it's perfect. So now, if you look, it has a slight inward. So now I'm gonna take the stretcher and I'm gonna stretch it. Actually, I gotta remember I'm doing this backwards. I need to stretch it on this end. So I'm gonna stretch it over here. Yeah, because that's actually the front, so our front is opposite. We're doing the other side. So our front is opposite. So I'm gonna tell, but you can see how it just has ever so slightly in the middle. I mean, it's not a lot, so it's not crazy, so kind of is what it is. There we go. So I like that. So we'll call that piece good there. We got a good shape. Now, look. I'm actually gonna take this bottom piece and butt it up with this piece that I already made there. This actually needs to go up. So it's like I need to put a curve in here. Needs to be cut right here. And that needs to go up. That is not the right way, but it'll work. So that all meets up good. Need to take some bend out of it there. So, take the hammer.
You're gonna scratch the paint.
It'll be okay. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it. So, we'll start by tacking this piece into place, and then we'll start building off of that. But I'm just gonna tack it, that way when we go weld it out completely, we just break it off and weld it out on the table. There's the start. Next is this piece. I have it marked front and back. That goes over the top. That's gonna pull that up. That looked right. Kinda. Oh, that was hot. What I did on this, kind of same thing. I just stretched it along that line, and then that's what makes this curve here. That butts up there. We'll make our curve there, and then we'll put in our back plate and get it all tacked in. So we'll start in the middle. This actually stretches pretty easy. I'm assuming that it's not much of a bend. Seems like a lot. Dang, I almost nailed it. Oh no, I kinked it. Your stretcher also doubles as an anvil. Bet you didn't know that. Okay. So, see, this has a lot of excess on it, too. I ran into that problem on the other side. I had to shave it down quite a bit. I see need some more here. So I need to match this curve right here a little bit. So if you come to your anvil, which is your stretcher, oh wait, there's a shrinker. Put your little matching little curve in there. And there you go. Just like it should be. Not really, but you know, it'll work. Looks pretty good. I like that. I just need to grind that back a little bit right there. That follows real well, and then we'll build that back plate. But the first thing is, I think I want to fit the roof and make sure we're good clearance-wise everywhere, which I'm pretty sure we are, but I just want to double check, and then we'll make the back plate for it. Yeah. Probably fits better than your side. Oh yeah. Plenty of clearance. We got plenty of clearance, it's good. Oh, this has a piece. You got it? So now, we built the back plate. If you look, it has this flange that goes inward on the back. So you got this flange. So instead of whipping out the bead roller, what I'm doing, what's that other air hose? There it is. I don't remember which way is which. I need the flange towards me. So, yep. So what I'm doing, take my flanging tool, so it makes the flange for me, but I ain't gotta get out my bead roller. Am I being lazy? Yes. Now I got a flange all the way down. The back is spot welded top and bottom, so I'm just gonna use this, flip it around, and punch the holes. See? I gotta climb through these multi-bars. Oh man. Ooh, that made me lightheaded. That's how I know I'm fat. Alright. So, how far back did we want them? Man, that fits like really well. It's like we made it for it. That's crazy. So, I think I'm gonna self-taper the scissors first.
Third time's the charm.
Something. This, if you look on this side, this part where it comes in, it folds right here. So now, I'm gonna self-taper this down in place here, and then all I did was whack that with a hammer, so I'm gonna do the same thing. But all in all, everything else is fitting really well. Or do I do? So, starting where? Here? Yeah, here. That'll work. Trim that little corner, bring that together. Then we'll weld that whole seam there, weld that, and she's built. Crazy. Welcome back, fellas. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so now everything's tacked into place. I got this tacked good enough where I feel like I can pull it off and weld it and put it back on, and we'll be okay. So I'm gonna cut these tacks, take this self-tapper out. I think I got another tack right there and a tack there. Weld it out and put it back on and see how it's fit. Man, that's already like, sorry, that is hot. I tack welded the back. So, it's looking good, looking really good. There it is. Is it perfect? No. Is it a little wavy? Yes. Will it work? I don't know. Let's see if I warped it. Fell right back into place. Money, dude. So we'll get all this, we'll get this piece tacked back into place, and then we will, get this all tacked back in, and this is where it's gonna live. We'll get all this welded in on here on the bottom, shape this a little bit better, pull this quarter panel back off, and then we'll build this piece in between this new piece and this piece, and this structurally up here and here, done. And I think that would almost put us ready to mount the quarter for good and then mount the roof skin for good. That would be freaking sweet. So, get all this stuff tacked real quick. Make sure everything's good there. And then we'll call it that. Man. Need my gloves. I just wanted to open the door again. It'll never be straight. Hashtag too rusty. Let's say that ain't going nowhere. Oh, dude. Solid. I guess we should grab the roof and see if the roof still fits, huh?
Yeah.
Really suck if it didn't, because I just welded a lot of this. Yeah. Feels pretty good. I got confidence in it. Oh, man. It's gonna be a big test right here. Ow, that's hot!
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Money.
Money on this one.
Dude, it's perfect.
Dude, the holes actually, you know where you self-fabricated last time?
Yeah.
It actually like lines up better
Really?
than before.
Yep. I can't trim this.
How's that fit? Good?
I think I'm gonna have to massage that up a little bit. But there it is. We got both roof structures built. That side I need to still do a little bit of welding on. Like I said, I gotta pull this quarter back off. I gotta weld this piece in here. I gotta weld it out there. I wanna come in, clean up that angle a little bit. There's a little bit of overhang right there. Clean that up, a little bit over there. And then build the piece in between. And structurally, on this side, well, besides this bottom piece, this side will be done, and then we can work on actually mounting the cowl panel that we messed with at the beginning of this, get that finished mounted, welded in, and the firewall welded in, and that way we can put the frame rails back on the front, put the core support and the aprons on it, and then try to put this thing back into a roller. That is the goal. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but that's the goal. Get it in a roller. But that's all we got for right now. Might not seem like a lot of work, but this was a ton of work, all of this. So I'm going to bed.